What's up, gang? It's Willie Rebuild, baby. We back with another one. Today we gonna jump on the 72 Impala and we gonna start removing the engine. Time to pull a mold out and start getting everything prepped up for our LT motor. But before you get ahead of yourself, what you wanna do is you wanna take a step back and just look around. You know, survey the situation and what you're working with. And you wanna, don't just go in there and go to cutting wires and shit. What you wanna do is, you wanna pay attention to how your engine was wired up originally. And you just take a walk around and look, because you're gonna kinda use some of that later on down the line, if that makes sense. So you don't just want to go and cutting the wires out. So the first thing I noticed is, I started with, because it was up high, it's the AC compressor and the way it was wired in. So unlike the G bodies and some of your later GMs, the Impala got its ground from right here on the housing on the AC bracket. So it only had one wire right here going into this wire for your AC compressor. So you're gonna keep that, label that, get you a piece of tape or whatever if you can't remember, and write on there, you know, AC compressor. Then right here you had your two plugs. One went to the fast idle and this one here went to your temp sensor. So you keep that and tuck that, because later on down the line you might have to use that. In this situation, most likely we gonna be running a decoder digital in here, so we probably won't be using the temp sensor wire. But just in case, label it, put it to the side. This one over here, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll make sure for certain when I pull the engine. But I think this one went to the oil sender. But I'll verify that once I pull the engine out. It come off the back of the engine, so I'll verify that once I get the engine pulled out. But make sure you label your wires, where all your wires went, what they was for. Some of it, once you start busting down your factory harness, you're gonna eliminate a lot of those wires, just like I just showed you on the AC compressor. Those wires all came into this right here, which once you unplug that one wire, which was for the AC, then that'll eliminate some of those wires, gang. Now, you always wanna, like I say, survey your situation. So just so happen, we got a B body right here that's newer, and then we got the Impala. So on this Impala, our AC came out on the driver's side. Our condenser outlets came out on the driver's side. But we need to switch all that to the passenger side, because on our swap, our compressor gonna sit here, our alternator gonna sit over here. So if you walk over here to this box Chevy, as you see, the AC fittings come out on the passenger side, the AC compressor sit on the passenger side. So what we gonna probably do later on down the line, we gonna use the AC condenser from a box Chevy, which should be the same, close to the same dimensions. You might have to do a little modifying to get it to work, but that's probably the route that we gonna go with the AC system for the box Chevy. I mean, for the Impala. and we may have to modify this line up here to get it to work on the Impala. But that's probably the route that we're gonna take for as with getting the AC back installed. So that's just a few tips for you when you're getting ready to do your swap. Is just take a step back look and just visualize what you're trying to do, and then go to looking at the parts that work with the application that you're trying to use, gang. But enough talking, let me start getting some of this stuff disassembled, because I want to get this engine out today so we can start cleaning up the engine bay and getting everything situated. Another thing, before I cut y'all off, what I'm gonna probably do is, as you can see, this stuff under here is all original. This car was still set up for Lt1. All the fittings was there. So what I'm gonna probably do is, I'm gonna put this car back on Lt1. That way I can still use all of the fittings and everything that's already on here. Now, you're not gonna find Lt1 in the store. It's outlawed. They don't sell it no more. But it's still ways that you can get your hands on it to get the job done. So instead of me trying to put this car on 134A, I'm gonna put it back on Lt1. I'm just gonna put a new condenser in it, and we're gonna get a new compressor. But when we charge the system back up, we're gonna put the mineral oil in there, and we're gonna shoot the Lt1 back in here. That way we can utilize all this stuff that's still here, and we don't have to go and try to modify all that and make it work. I could do it, I might do it, but right now I'm kind of leaning on going with the 12, because I think this system is still good. So let me start disassembling some of this stuff so we can go ahead and pull old 350 out and put it in retirement, gang. The 350 in the 72 Impala, he did his job, but now your services is no longer needed here, baby. It's Willie Rebuild. I'm gonna cut y'all back on in a minute. The old 350 is history, baby. 350 out of there. That's right. Old 350, 2-barrel, 350 transmission is no longer needed. It's retired, baby. That's right. Time to drop that old BBL in there. All right, gang, we back, baby. We back. Man, gang, I ain't gonna lie, I had to leave y'all behind. But I'm gonna bring y'all back, and I'm gonna catch y'all up to speed. So, as you can see, Willie Rebuild went ahead and cleaned that engine bay up a little bit. This is not the final touches. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna touch it up some more. Reason I kind of got ahead on y'all is because, man, my fucking hoist on this Impala is not long enough. As you can see, this is where my hoist used to stop at. So I had to modify the boom on it, pull it out some more, and then drill a hole in the boom itself to give me a little bit more reach, because I couldn't even really get it from the side. I mean, it was kind of easy for me to get it out, but putting it back in and getting it set up on the mounts, I knew I was gonna have a fight. So this engine hoist right here, I've been having it since 2015. I'm gonna have to go ahead and put it out of service. Probably just use it for little small motor jobs on newer cars, because it ain't no good for this old school shit. But back over here to the swap, gang. So as y'all can see, I got the engine sitting in the car, and she looking pretty, but she put up a fight because, like I said, my hoist is too short, and I had to get it set up on these mounts, and I had to play kind of a guessing game down here with these BRP mounts because it don't come with no instructions. BRP, if y'all see these, if y'all see this video, is Willie Rebuild, not just a DIY guy, but a professional at this shit. And I had to take a little time to figure out how I go. So for the price of this, because this how I do BRP, I'm gonna tell you how it is, whether you like it or not. This shit is too high not to come with fucking instructions. Y'all need to tighten it up over there, BRP. That's right, especially for the transmission cross member. I got that just sitting in there. Took me a little while to look at it and figure it out, but I got it. So far, I think I got it. I don't have the transmission in the car yet because of this hoist. I said I'm gonna make a dry run. I made a dry run, see how my motor gonna fit, see how my clearances is. It looked like I got plenty clearance on each side. I got these stainless steel mid-link headers I'm gonna put up in there. I'm not gonna try them out right now because I'm getting ready to pull this motor back out and I'm gonna put the transmission back on. But first thing first, I gotta get another hoist. When picked up this engine from the machine shop, I'm gonna bring that to y'all probably in a later video because I don't have the car yet. Once I finish with this video, I'm getting ready to pull the engine from the box Chevy. So that'll be your next video. Removing the engine from the box Chevy, and we're gonna start cleaning this up. I dropped off the rotating assembly for the 4-way stroker that's going in the box Chevy. Also, I got the axles. I got the axles for the Ren custom axles for it. So now I can go ahead and get everything set up in this housing. I need to get with the customer and see what kind of brakes, because he won't put the disc brakes. He need to go ahead and get his brakes, because he told Willie Rebuild, I'm holding him up. Not a ball in your coat, baby. It's trying to dig deep in that wallet. See, I was giving you a break and taking my time to let you get that wallet stacked up, because now it's time. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the exhaust out of it, get the engine and trans out of it, start cleaning the frame up. While I'm doing that, hopefully he'll have the brakes so I can send the Ren out. Still got the old Monte Carlo hanging around, but it's done. The only thing I need to do with the Monte Carlo is put the rear sway bar on it. I got it sitting back there in the back somewhere. Put the rear sway bar on it. I've been driving it a little bit here and there. I charged the AC up off camera. Don't worry about it. I'll show y'all that in another video. Not this car, but another car. It's time for that car to go. We ain't making no more videos on the Monte Carlo. I'll probably give y'all a shot of the Monte Carlo on a dyno and let y'all see what that do. And the engine back there on the floor that I just picked up, that 6.0 gonna basically get the same thing that's in that Monte Carlo right there. What else I got, gang? Gotta get y'all caught up to speed, because I've been kind of lacking a little bit. I be trying to keep the videos consistent, but I mean, shit don't always go smooth over here with Willie Rebuild. So it's in and out, but I'm gonna come more consistent for y'all, and I'm gonna bring y'all the footage on this, because not a lot of people gonna give you the information on this LT stuff. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something, gang. This LT shit ain't no budget with this shit. You gonna spend some money. And that's just what it is. So if you're looking for budget, don't go buy no LT motor because it's not gonna be no budget. And I'm gonna show y'all that. I'm gonna show y'all that in this build. To do it the right way, it's not gonna be a budget build. But as far as the BRP mounts, I haven't put the cross member on yet, but as y'all can see, there's a lot of space back there. It's sitting up, the engine sitting forward. It's looking nice and pretty. I got a Holly kit that I'm gonna put on here. A Holly accessory drive kit I'm getting ready to put on here. I got it sitting back here in the box. I need to open it actually and check it out, but that's supposed to be everything. Alternator, which I might not use the alternator. I probably use the stock alternator that came on this engine. Water pump, spacers, compressor bracket, everything should be in that kit right there. So that's where we at with the dump. Like I say, getting ready to jump on the box Chevy. I'm gonna pull this engine back out of here. I might leave it in here for the day, but I'm gonna pull this engine back out of here, and then I'll come back and show y'all how to set the mounts up, how to set the cross member up, and we gonna go forward, move forward with this build, gang. Another thing, the way this wire harness work is made to be installed under the dash. Not gonna route it over here like we usually do. That's not gonna work. So I'm gonna mount this wire harness under the dash. I'm gonna come right under. Let me get that out the way. I'm gonna come right out there with the wire harness and run it to the engine, and I'm gonna have to get a bracket and try to set it up under the dash, because the way that the wire harness is routed, the way that they route it out, that's like the only place that I see that is gonna sit, give me a nice fit, is under the dash. So I'm gonna get a bracket, order a bracket, and set it up under the dash. Another thing, y'all stay tuned, because I'm about to give y'all some game and save y'all some money. It's not gonna be cheap, but I'm gonna save you some money. I got a nice setup I'm gonna run for these fans, cooling fans, and radiator. And I'm gonna bring y'all over here. I done already tested out, and as you can see, this is not the actual radiator, this is just a test run. But this right here is the G-body radiator, and as you can see, it's off by maybe an inch. No big deal. I got something for that. But it's gonna be a pretty situation when I get done with it, and you're gonna save money, because that fucking radiator for this dump to do the swap, I think they wanted like $600, $700 or some shit for the radiator. So we ain't going that direction. We gonna save the customer some money. This condenser is getting ready to come out of here. We're not gonna run that. We gonna run a condenser right there out of a box Chevy and bring the lines on the passenger side. That condenser gonna fit nice and pretty in this radiator support. That box Chevy AC condenser should fit nice and pretty, gang. It's Willie Rebuild, man. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I know the video is kind of in and out, and I jumped around on y'all, but stay tuned. I'm gonna pull this engine back out, and I'm gonna bring everything back to y'all in detail. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, gang. It's Willie Rebuild, over and out. Over and out. We got action, gang.